Alright, back with more 9, episode 3, Haruka Kosuka. It's been a while. Let's see where we at. All I remember is she kinda liked me, right? Another sleepless night passes. I was tired as hell last night, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fall asleep. I lazed around my bed until 8, but in the end, I gave up and decided to start my day. I washed my face and brushed my teeth, but I still don't feel any better. There's my deep-set exhaustion that's sunk into my bones. Also, my stomach still hurts like hell. I pull up my shirt in front of the mirror to check on it. The bruising's gone, but it's still a little red. Frowning, I put my shirt back down. Discovering Yoichi's true identity was a pretty big shock, but to my surprise, I also hung up over the fact that I was down for the count after one big hit, especially since that made me look lame in front of a bunch of girls. Sighing, I grab a jelly drink out of the fridge and head back to the living room. My phone's blinking. I reach out and check my messages. There's a text from Sora saying, "What do you want to do today?" Judging by the number of red messages notification next to it, everyone else is already awake. Maybe they're like me and couldn't fall asleep last night. Kujo suggests meeting up in the afternoon. Kosuka Senpai and Yuki voices their agreement. Just as I'm about to say I'm fine with that too, a spectral rift appears above my table. Sophie's sudden outburst takes me by surprise. Seeing me gas, Sophie gave me an unexasperated look. Satisfied, Sophie vanishes. For a moment, I hesitate. But in the end, I decide to do as Sophie says. Sophie said we should all rest today. We read messages. A checkmark pops up almost instantly, and everyone agrees to postpone the meeting. The fact that they are willing to drop the idea so quickly means they're probably as exhausted as I am. Even so. Grab my phone and plop back down into my bed. How can I rest in a situation like this? My classmates murdered? Oh, you know, I just noticed. My bad. The volume slid a little, huh? I got you. There you go. My classmates murdered. And when we try to stop him, we got an ass that's handed to me. My ears is still a little bit deaf because I've been listening to music like fucking maxed out. So this game doesn't sound very loud to me right now because my ears are like, you know. So I didn't notice the volume was like low on your side. Plus, my phone buzzes, the tone telling me it's a direct message and not a text to group message. It's from Senpai. Do you want to talk about what happened yesterday? Yesterday, we had a completely unexpected encounter. Ignore my confusion, Miss Naruse strides into the shrine. Naruse? I call her Naruse. Naruse?
先生もユーザーだったって。
いえ、知りませんでした。
ですよね。いつもアンニュイな雰囲気ですけど、なんだか。
とりあえず行ってみましょうか。
はい。
We chase after Miss Naruse. After making sure we're falling behind her, she turns back around and heads deep into the shrine. She came to a stop in a dark corner of the grounds. Her faintly glowing stigma is the only thing illuminating the area. Senpai and I are both wearing tense expression on our faces. This is just too weird.
突然のことで驚いたことでしょう。
She smiled gently at us. We're sitting close enough that we can just barely make out each other's expression.
もっと落ち着ける場所でお話しするべきなのでしょうが、彼女の家族の前でできる話でもありませんので、ご容赦ください。
When she says her, she points to her own chest. I knew it.
先生の姿をした現体。
いいえ、体は成瀬さつきさんご本人。私みたいにアーティファクトの力で人格を？それも少々違いますね。
Boring.
私はこの体をお借りしているに過ぎません。
借りる？
申し遅れました。私はイーリスと申します。
It is.
イーリスさん？メビウスの？
白光川の伝承ご存知ですか？
はい。アニメで興味を持って調べたりしたので、ある程度は。
1000年前白光川を襲った最悪、それを鎮めたのがイーリスです。つまりこの白田つくも神社に祀られている
神様？
Kami-sama. Oh, honestly, I was pretty shaken out too. Senpai shrinks back in awe. It is. Going to the records I borrowed from Miss How do you say Naruse a while back. She's a god. Is this really the same Iris? She was supposed to have lived 1,000 years ago. If it actually is the Iris of legend, then is she here to bring the situation under control, just like she did in the past? Is that why she approached us? Also, why is she using Miss Naruse's body? I don't get what's going on at all. We're still speechless at Miss Naruse, or rather Iris. Give us a kind smile and begins talking.
順を追って説明させていただきたいところですが、長々と立ち話に付き合わせるのは忍びないですし、何より信用などできないでしょう。ですから今はたった一つだけ、ソフィーティアと名乗る女性にご
Why?
注意を。
Now I'm even more confused. Fortunately, it seems there's more to Iris' warning.
彼女の目的はアーティファクトの回収です。そのためにあなた方と協力して。
I don't think Sophia could be
そう
evil.
ですね。
There's no way, bro.
はい。
彼女の協力者はあなた方だけですか？
いや、他にも3人？
失礼。正確にお伺いします。彼女の協力者はあなたとその仲間の方々だけですか？
Finally understand what Iris is getting at. Until now, the thought never even crossed my mind that Sophie might be working with other people as well.
彼女は手段を選びません。そういう女性です。
Nah, bruh. She saved my life, like a lot. Maybe because I'm special to her. But doesn't that make you feel happy if you're special to somebody?
アーティファクトを効率よく回収するために様々な策を講じていることでしょう。
Bro, I just met this random chick. You think I'm gonna trust you? It is.
その一つがあなた方。そして
It is trails off. It's obvious what she's implying. A lot of things I have been thinking with Shrine suddenly make sense now. It is smiled brightly, satisfied that she got her message across.
今日はここまでといたします。
Nah, fuck you.
どうか私のことはお仲間にはご内密。
I ain't believing you.
どうして？
こちらにもいろいろと都合が。またお話ししましょう。かけるさん、はるかさん。
いや、
ではさようなら。どうか判断を誤らぬよう。
It is walks off before we can get a word in edgewise. All we can do is watch blankly as she heads inside Miss Naruse's house.
神様まで登場するなんて、なんだか大変なことに。
大変です。
そうですね。余計にややこしくなってきました。
ですよね。
送ります。駅まで。
駅、はいありがとうございます。
行きましょう。
はい。
Haruka is kind of low-key horny. I just remember. Never mind. I just. Nah, cause I was reading a manga recently. It's called I Like Big Girls. It's not a manga. I find that out. It's hentai. Not really a manga. It really sucks. Don't get me wrong either. Right, I don't recommend reading that shit. But I can't help but think she a hoe. Right? It's cause this is girl and I like big girls. She a super hoe. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of natural if she's like a, what's it called? A nympho, right? Something like that. She's a nympho. So I think Haruka might be that too. She's just shy, but she's also a hoe. I can't help but think that. Man, fuck that manga. That's why I don't recommend it. Now I can't help but think that. We exit the shrine and start walking to the station. Our thoughts are such a mess that neither of us know what to do, so we make the trip in silence. You know, technically all the girls in that manga is a hoe. We're almost there, Senpai quietly mutters.
他の協力者ってリグベーダの人たちのことですよね。
ですね。多分。
Nah, I don't think she's a hoe. Kosuka, she might be okay. Or rather, Yoichi specifically. There's something that's been on my mind. Back in the park when Sophie transformed back to her usual stuffed animal form, Yoichi didn't look too surprised. He just laughed it off, saying he couldn't believe he fell for such a stupid trap. The fact that he used the word trap is significant too. That means Yoichi knew that only users could see Sophie, and realized that I used that property to check whether or not he was a user. She's a pure maiden. I want to believe that. Most importantly though, Yoichi was aware of the term we've been using for him, the evil eye user. It's just that when I think about it, I guess you're not supposed to think about it too hard. And I guess that's like every anime. Right? She is kind of easy. And less than like 2 or 3 days that we met her, I already grabbed her titties. And that is her imagination. So we can't go all the way. If he's more aggressive, right? Kakeru. And then it's because of that manga I read. I'm like, fuck, I can't trust nobody anymore. There was an internal nickname that neither I nor anyone else had said in front of Yoichi before. But somehow he knew it. The only logical explanation is that he's in contact with someone from the other world just like we are. Back then, I had wondered why he seemed to know so much about us. I figured someone must have been providing him our info, if he really does have connection to Sophie. I'm not saying there's anything wrong if she's a hoe. There's nothing wrong with that. There would go a long way towards explaining Yoichi's reaction. It's a plausible theory at least. It would account for why he hasn't started when he saw Sophie, and why he knew so much about us. But if Sophie is working with him, that raises a new question. What exactly is Sophie after? Assuming she's telling the truth, I haven't discovered that Yoichi is the evil eye user in any other branch. With her artifact, she should now be aware of that fact in every branch. Her goal is to collect all the artifacts that's built into this world. It's possible that she's tolerating Yoichi murders, or at least his murders of other users to make that goal easier for her. Then, once he's done enough, she'll have us defeat him and collect his evil eye as well. But then we'll voluntarily give our artifact over to her, so she doesn't need to worry about us. For the sake of argument, let's assume that's what her plan is. But in that case, there's a number of things that don't make sense. First, if Sophie knew Yoichi was the evil eye user from the start, why didn't she lead us to him right away? Was it because she knew we couldn't beat him as we are, and was waiting for us to grow stronger? No, that can't be it. Sophie is trying to help us hone our abilities. Isn't trying to help us hone our abilities. She didn't even tell us how to make familiars, which would have been an easy way to boost our strength. Besides, if she was actively trying to prevent us from discovering Yoichi's identity soon, she would come up with some excuse for why she couldn't go along with my plan to expose him. There's too much we don't know. What is it Sophie really after? Likewise, what's Ada's goal here? If she's the god who resolved the crisis 1,000 years ago, why is she dropping us cryptic hints instead of taking action herself? Senpai glances at me, likely word to my extended silence. I want to say something to dispel the dark mood, but nothing comes to mind. In the end, we stay silent all the way to the station.
それじゃあ今日はありがとうございました。
はい。イーリスさんのこと
はい。
信用してもいいんでしょうか？
Hell no. We just met her.
ご注意をなんて言われましたけど、ソフィーさんのこと悪い人には思えなくて。
She didn't do anything to earn my trust. Why would I believe Edith over Sophie? Sophie saved my life. A lot. And she saved Sora's life. She didn't need to do that. She could have just went to the other branch. Right? She could have gave up on the timeline saying, oh damn, Sora's dead. She saved your life though. Senpai's right. Sophie's been nothing but cooperative so far. Despite all her grumbling, she listened to all of my requests so far. If we're willing to take her at her words, then the reason she didn't teach us how to make familiar is also because she's concerned about our well-being. That's it. It's true she's hiding a lot of things from us. There's more than a few important things she's unwilling to talk about. And again, is it any different? I'm grateful for the warning, but... Bro, she didn't even give me a hug. Fuck her, bro. I'm not trusting her. It's pretty fishy how she's dropping these vague hints to try to win us over to her side without saying anything concrete. Hell, there's no guarantee she's even the real Iris, even. Also, why does she want us to keep her existence a secret from the others? All of her actions reek of suspicion. We don't know enough to know who to trust.
今は何とも言えないですね。多少なりとも付き合いがある分、ソフィー寄りではありますが。
ですよね。言われた通り秘密に？
話したいところですが、どういう結果を招くかわかりませんからね。慎重に行動したいですね。
わかりました。じゃあ
I'll
しばら
tell
くは
Sophie.
みんなには。
そうですね。はい。もう少し状況がはっきりするまでは黙っていましょう。
はい。少し後ろめたいですけど、でも私と新見さんの2人だけの秘密なんてなんだかドキドキ。
急にどうしました？
いえ、今の言わなくてよかったというか、不謹慎というか、すみません。本当、私思いつきで話しちゃって。
Blushing, Senpai flails her arms wildly. Frankly, I'm fine with her having no filter. It's a moment when she suddenly cut herself off that surprised me more. She's so spontaneous that I'm never bored when I'm around her. Watching her motor switch from one extreme to the other at the drop of a hat is pretty entertaining. I feel a little better now that she's lighting the mood.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。二人で調べてみましょう。いい？
Oh, my bad.
はい。2人で。はい。2人で。
Senpai nods, beaming happily.
じゃあ今度こそ本当に帰ります。はい。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
She bows and I nod my head back at her. We do our usual exchange of nods and bows, then Senpai head inside the station. First Yoichi, then Iris, and now beware of the woman named Sophie. I can't get those words out of my head. It's not as though I trust Iris, but it's also true that Sophie and I haven't exactly built up a relationship of trust. I need to speak with Miss Naruse, or rather Addis again. I text Senpai, telling her I'm down to talk. We make plans to meet at the train station around noon, and I put my phone down next to my pillow. I may as well try to sleep until then. It probably won't do me any good, but my head's too foggy to think straight right now. Even if I can't fall asleep, I can at least close my eyes for a bit. Just for a second. Yawning, I head to our meeting point. Taking a short nap was a mistake, but now I feel even more tired than before. Maybe I'm able to focus after I eat something. Did he choke? I stepped for a second yawn when I spot Senpai. She sees me as well and flashes me a smile.
すみません、お待たせしました。
いいえ、私が早く来すぎただけですわ。
あれ
She's in her other personality.
さあ、行きましょうか。
はい。先生のところですよね。
あら、私そのようなこと申しました？
え？
ソフィーさんは休めとおっしゃったのでしょう。
Oh, what? She doesn't remember.
まあ、はい。
では、しっかりと休みませんと。
Oh, she do remember. She's just playing around.
でも昨日のことって。
もちろん、そちらも大事ですが。
She grabs my arm and pull it close.
今は
はい。
温泉です。
はい？
この近くに温泉があるのはご存知でして？
いえ。
今からそちらへ。
I don't got money. You gotta pay for me.
はい。
Is she gonna pay for me?
いや、なんで？
内身にも効くそうですよ。
She gently caresses my stomach. Oh, I see now. Suki no hot spring doesn't sound too bad, honestly. Actually, wait, what?
なんか急っすね。
先ほど思いついたばかりですから。
いつもの先輩じゃなくて今の先輩の思いつき？
いいえ、思いついたのはあの子ですよ。とにかく
This time, Senpai caresses my chest.
休息ですわ。
Not the
かける
nipples.
様、
I'm sensitive
今日
there.
だけは全てを忘れて楽しみましょう。
She's kinda huge. Now I'm not talking about down there. I mean like the entire screen. Look at that. She's huge.
はい。わかりました。
では
Senpai tugs on my arm, leading me into the station.
タオルとかって。
大丈夫ですわ。レンタルできますから。浴衣も貸してもらえるそうですの。私、楽しみで楽しみで。
Alright. Senpai cheerfully smiles cheerfully. I noticed this yesterday, but she really enjoys looking after me, huh? I feel a bit bad about burdening her, but I guess for now I'll lean on her like she asked. We ride a train in the opposite direction from Senpai and my parents. Houses for a dozen minutes or so. We get off 3 stops away. From there, our destination is within walking distance. Within a few minutes, I can see the hot spring in the distance.
こんなのあったんですね。
確かできたのは2年前だったでしょうか。ずっと来たかったのですが、なかなか機会がなくて。ささ、かける様。
Senpai excitedly tugs on my arm, leading me inside. We pay for the day, and we pick up our wristbands and locker keys.
ではかける様、また後ほど。
はい。
After picking out our rental yukatas, we head to our respective changing rooms. I found my assigned locker and put my things away. As I'm undressing, I suddenly realize something. I'm at a hot spring with Senpai. It's just totally a date, isn't it? Doing my best to temper my rising expectation, I put on my yukata and leave the changing room. While I'm waiting for Senpai to come out, I absently stare at an advertisement pasted to the wall. Apparently there are live comedy shows in the main hall here every Saturday. There's also a section of the building dedicated to festival minigame, so there is more of a full-blown amusement park than just a hard spring.
お待たせいたしました。
Hey, she's naked! Is it gonna show titties? Man. Alright, I guess.
はい。
Alright.
では、早速お湯に浸かりましょうか。
はいすね。はい。あっちかな。
いえ、混浴できるのはあちらですわね。
See, I can't help but think she's a hoe sometimes, bro. We just met. But okay. I guess not anymore. It's been a while, right?
なるほど。混浴。
Alright, let's go.
気持ちいいですわね。
ですね。
Oh, it's a feet bath. Senpai and I are sitting side by side, soaking in one of the pools. It'll only soak up to our ankles. The rest of our body are completely dry and clothed. When I heard that there are mixed bathing pools, I got excited, but I should have figured it was something like this. It's just a foot bath. Yeah, of course it is. There's no way there'd be a full-on nude mixed bathing in a family-friendly facility like this one.
何を期待されていました？
Senpai chuckle as she looks at my expressions.
何のことです？
I try to play it cool, but the disappointment in my voice makes it obvious what I was hoping for. However, I still get to see Senpai in the yukata. The top opening's enough that I can see her cleavage, and she pulls up the bottom of her thighs are visible as well. On second thought, isn't your yukata a bit too loose, Senpai? Well, you won't see me complaining about it. Openly ogling her at this point, so there's no way Senpai hasn't caught on what I'm thinking. But she doesn't seem to mind. In fact, she's scooting closer to me. I said she's trying to show off her boobs. She's so bold. I'm actually feeling awkward about staring now.
かける様、
はい。
すべてを忘れてなどと申しましたが、なかなかそういうわけにはいかないでしょう。
Sorry, but I totally managed to forget. The only thing in my mind was your boobs.
ですから、先に済ませてしまいましょう。大事なお話を。
Senpai's voice drops an octave, and I banish the stupid thoughts about tits from my mind.
イーリスのことですね。
Senpai
果た
nods.
して彼女は本物の神なのか、そもそもなぜ私どもに接触したのか、今日か明日にでも確かめるべきだと、そう思っておりました。ですが、
が、
果たして先生は覚えていらっしゃるのかと。
ああ。
If she does, that's fine. But if she doesn't remember what happened while Iris was hijacking her body, then hell, she might not even know Iris really exists.
ちょっと厄介なことになりますね。
ええ、最悪、何も知らない先生に全てお話ししなければいけなくなります。
それは避けたいですね。信じてくれてもくれなくても面倒なことになりそうだ。
相手は教師ですからね。危ないことをしていると私どもの家族にまで話が及んでしまい、行動を制限されることもあるかもしれません。
余市を探せなくなる。
迂闊に動けばそのような結果を招くこともなきにしもあらずですわね。
We're up against a cold-blooded killer. Honestly, part of me wants everyone else to sit back and stay safe. But I know all too well that I can't take Yuichi on alone. If we want to stop him, all of us are going to have to work as a team.
そうなると、あっちからの接触を待つのがいいのかもしれませんね。
私もそう思いました。それと、どうされますか？
秘密にと言っていましたね。
ええ。その理由を明かしていただけなかったのが気になりますが。
ですね。だからこそ厄介なんですよね。
ひとまずは静観ですわね。
消極的な選択ですけど、それがいい気がします。
それがよろしいかと。大敗を喫した今だからこそ冷静でいなくては。
余一、
まだこの町に白光川にいるのでしょうか？
いますよ。そうじゃなかったら。
いえ、申し訳ありません。この話はよしましょう。とにかくイーリスさんのことはあちらからの接触を待つということでよろしいですか？
そうですね。さりげなく先生に探りを入れてみるのもありですが。
実行するとしても来週ですわね。
そうですね。学校で。
承知しました。はい、真面目な話はおしまいです。
Senpai claps her hands and grabs my arm. I can't tell if it's because she's wearing less clothing than usual or what, but her boots feel even softer than usual. Wait, is she not wearing a bra? Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, it's kind of pathetic how she just press her tits against me, and my train of thoughts immediately goes off the trails.
そうでした。おしまいにする前にもう一つ。
はい。
ソフィーさんは休めとそうおっしゃってくださったのですよね。
ですね。
注意しろとのことですが、今のところ不利益を被るどころか非常に協力的に思います。
そうなんですよね。それについても今のところは何とも。
この場で結論を出せることではありませんか。失礼しました。今度こそおしまいといたしましょう。せっかく温泉に来たのですから、
She winked at me.
暗い話ばかりせずに楽しみませんとね。
Whoa! Senpai squeezing my arm and pressing her boobs harder against me. It's obvious this personality of Senpai is doing this on purpose. The scary thing is she really wanted to. She could easily fan the flames of my lust until I lost control. Although I probably wouldn't actually lay a hand on her out in public like this. That being said, I'm still in a tough spot. It is most definitely not the situation I want to be in.
ちょっと
はい。
離れて。
Move your goddamn titties! Alright, there we go. I moved the borders. Now you can fully embrace Senpai. I like that extra little fat right here with her armpits. Right? I think that's a very nice detail. It's a very nice touch. I also like, actually that's my favorite thing about this picture. It's just right here. This fat with her armpits and her titties. I like that detail a lot. It's my favorite detail.
そろそろお昼ですが、お腹は空いてらっしゃいますか？
はい。
温泉から出たらお昼もこちらで取りましょう。天ぷらが美味しいそうですよ。
美味しいです。
天ぷら。はい、いいっすね。
お値段は少々割高ですが、せっかくですものね。
Wait, who's paying though?
とことんまで楽しみませんと。
That's what I'm kind of questioning though. I mean, she said it's a little pricey. Does that mean are we splitting the bill?
いや、先輩。
Is she doing this to like fucking cash out on me?
はい。
ちょっと離れて。
かける様ご存知ですか？毎週お笑いライブが開催されているとか。
先輩、スルーはひどいっす。
だって照れるかける様がとっても可愛らしいんですもの。意地悪もしたくなりますわ。
Bully, Jiwaru.
いつもの先輩に交代するご予定は。
Damn, that's kind of cold. Why would you say that to her? That's like implying he doesn't like this personality. Why won't you like both?
かける様といる間はこのままです。
Make her happy. That being a bitch, Kakeru.
そうっすか。
あら、悲しいですわ。かける様は私のことが嫌いですのね。
Kakeru, don't fuck this up.
いや、そんなことは。
では、好きですか？
Just say yes.
どうですの？
Don't be a bitch, Kakeru. Just say yes.
それは。
Just say a little bit if you're embarrassed, you butthole. Grinning mischievously, Senpai puts a finger to my lips.
冗談ですわ。
Aw.
その答えはふさわしい時、そしてふさわしい場所で聞かせていただきます。ああ、どうしてもとおっしゃるのなら今でも構いませんが。
勘弁してください。
お顔が真っ赤。
She jokingly pokes my cheek. Senpai usually so timid that this flirtatious version of her always catches me by surprise. A pure and inexperienced share boy like me has no way of keeping up with her banter.
そろそろ温泉入ります。
そうですわね。このままだと足だけがふやけてしまいそうですし。ですが。
ああ、先にお昼。
いいえ、もうしばらくこのままで。だってあからさまに逃げようとされているんですもの。
Hey, what's she
だ
staring
か
at?
ら
It's staring right here. But he's staring at
も
her.
っといじめることにいたしました。
マジかよ。
I wonder why they make her stare off like that, right? But Kakeru is staring at her.
まあひどいですわ、かける様。私のこと嫌いですのね。
いや、そんなことは。
では好きですの？
ほんと勘弁してください。
Maybe because she's leaning on with him, right? But usually if you're leaning, she'll put her head like on his chest, and then that's where she could stare that way. Maybe it's for the perspective of the CG. It's probably her best angle, right? That's why they make her stare like that.
もっともっといじめたいところですが、ほどほどにしませんと本当に嫌われてしまいますわね。
そうっすね。ほどほどで、ほんとほどほどでお願いします。
Or they're trying to do it like a Mona Lisa. They're trying to have us have a discussion what she's staring at.
かける様も先ほどから気にしていらっしゃると思うのですが、
はい
実は私、
はい
下着つけていませんの。
はい何笑ってるんすか。そういう冗談やめてくださいって。
あら、冗談に聞こえました？
いや、ほんと先輩、ほんと勘弁してください。ほんと
堂々といなしてくださればすぐにやめますのに。
無理っす、ほんと無理っす。これが精一杯っす。
あらあらでは怒られないうちにやめるといたしましょ
助かった。
う。続きは温泉を出た後に。
先輩
In the end, we never actually soaked in the hot springs. It's a shame I didn't get a chance to see what she looks like in the damp yukata, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. Besides, I'm pretty sure the main reason she invited me was because she wanted to talk, not take a deep in the hot spring. Since we came here together, it would be a waste to split up just to soak for a bit. Senpai said as much, and honestly, I agree. After our foot bath, we had a luxurious lunch and then left.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。
And bowed to Senpai, who disembarked from the train just to see me
昨
off.
日もそうでしたけど、おかげでかなりリフレッシュできたと思います。
Refresh.
ありがとうございます。
いえいえ、温泉に行く口実に使わせていただいただけですので、どうかお気になさらず。
それでもありがとうございます。あともう一人のっていうか、いつもの先輩にもお礼を。
きっと照れて固まってしまうでしょうから、私が受け取っておきますわ。いつかあの子が他者の行為を素直に受け取ったり、余計なことだけでなく言いたいことをちゃんと自分で言えるようになればいいのですが。
今の先輩に頼らずですか。
それはそれで寂しくはありますが。ではかける様、月曜日に学校で。
Kakeru, tell her that you'll miss her. Right? I mean, I think I said this before. Right? I treat these girls like the two personalities. They're two different people. They just share one body. It's like two souls in one body. This is how I see it. Right? I don't want to get spiritual here, but she got feelings too, and her feelings are separate from the other girl feelings. She's basically her own person. Tell her you appreciate her. Don't make her feel sad.
はい、学校で。
次こそ二人で入りましょうね。
Tell her you appreciate her.
混浴ですか。無理っすよ、ないですもんこの辺に。
ほら、あるじゃないですか。
あ、どこです？
かける様のお部屋。
It's a pretty small bathroom.
次と言わず、これから一緒に入りますか？あの時の続きも。
勘弁してくださいって、ほんと。俺そういうの免疫ないんで。
では、今日も、そして明日も、
Damn.
お家でゆっくりと休まれて。
Did he ever thank her? Oh, yeah, he did. Okay. I had to make sure.
ん？
Senpai's smile suddenly vanishes. Her eyes go wide. She stares at something behind me. Her expression wooden.
先輩？
どうして？
I turned around to see what Senpai was looking at. There are a few boys around our age standing in front of the convenience store.
あいつらどうかしました？
同級生で
クラスメイトですか？
小学生の時。
Oh, it's her bullies from the past. Honestly, any kid's gonna bully, especially at a very young age. When you get older, you know, you're gonna feel embarrassed about doing that stuff.
小学生？
I don't think they're gonna be bullies in high school, right? Well, it is an anime. I guess they can do whatever they want. There might still be bullies. I finally realized why it is she looks so terrified. She told me about her past before, but those are the guys who.
先輩、早く。
I'm about to say hurry up and go home, but then I stopped myself. I don't want to leave her alone when she's like this. I should find a nearby cafe. No wait, if those guys happen to come in too, it'll be a disaster. For now, we should get out of here.
先輩、行きましょう。
I grabbed her arm and started walking away without waiting for a reply. She was turning out to be such a. This was turning out such a good day. But now everything's suddenly ruined. Karaoke bar. His bedroom. I never forget. I couldn't think of anywhere where we sure not to run into those guys again, so I ended up taking Senpai back to my place.
落ち着きました。
はい。
She puts down the bottle of water in her hands and nods.
すみません、急に。
いえいえ。
I'm burning with curiosity, but this isn't the kind of thing I can ask about lightly. Before, Senpai told me she was bullied in elementary school. Those guys we saw back there were obviously the one who bullied her. Her complexion got a little better now, but she was white as a sheet until a few minutes ago. When I tried talking to her, she even lost responsive than normal. She's obviously having flashbacks in her time in elementary school. This whole time, she's been sitting curled up in the corner of my room. This memory must be really traumatic for her. I can't just ask her, hey, what happened back there? But at the same time, I felt like it'd be wrong not to ask for it about her situation too. It's also possible that talking about it will help her feel better. Man, if Sora was here, she'd know what to say. Actually, hang on. Isn't it like super insensitive for a guy to bring a girl who's afraid of men to his room right after she ran into the guys who traumatized her? That just fuck up big time. Shit, I can't tell. What's the right thing to do here? Well, for now, let's just talk about something. This silence is getting impressive.
体調どうですか？
あ、
Damn, girl.
大丈夫です。
Bring her some tea.
まだちょっと顔色悪いかな。なんか食べます？って言ってもろくなもんないですけど。なんか買ってきましょうか。アイスとか食べたくないです？
Nice move. Ice cream is comfort food. Damn, ice cream's not working. I thought the ice cream was a good move. Tears spill from Senpai's eyes. Did I say something weird? Or does it have nothing to do with me? After a few seconds of confused panic, I eventually settled on grabbing the tissue box and offering it to Senpai.
すみません。
She pulls the tissue out and wipes at her tears. She then takes another one and folds it neatly in half. She blows her nose. She starts folding the tissue further with a relieved look on her face, but then she stiffens when she sees me avert her gaze.
すみません。完全に自分の部屋にいるつもりでした。不快な音を。
It's okay.
あ、いえいえ。ゴミ箱そっちです。
すみません。
Senpai throws the tissue away, looking even smaller than before. I guess bringing her to my room wasn't the wrong call at least. Apparently she's relaxed enough to think it's her own room. I'm a bit surprised on how loudly she can blow her nose, but now it's probably not the time to bring that up.
本当にすみません。急に変になったり、泣き出したり。
大丈夫です。まあ、なんていうか、いろいろありますもんね。
してもいいですか？
I guess Senpai noticed I was worrying about whether or not I should ask. If she wants to talk about it, then I have no reason to refuse. I sit up straight and nod.
気づいてると思いま
Fragment
すけど、
Sora!
小学生の4年生から6年生までいじめられていて、私をいじめていた一人がさっきいて、頭が真っ白になっちゃいました。
普段この辺りでは。
初めてです。初めて見ました。地元でも家が遠いから会うことはなくて、いそうな場所も避けるようにしていて、買い物もこっちまで出るようにしていて。
Wow, she was thorough. That guy must have really hurt her really badly if she went to these lengths. I don't know him, but now I hate his guts.
別にそんなにひどいことをされたわけじゃないんです。上履きとか隠されたり、教科書やノートに落書きされたり、ブスって笑われたり、
Damn.
工作金が映るって逃げられたり。
I'm not supposed to laugh! I'm sorry. It's just one long list of of the kind bullies elementary school is get up to. The fact that I can easily imagine it happening just pisses off even more. I feel like he liked her though, right? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if this might be an old thing. I don't know if they still do this, but usually if you like a girl, right? This is like the cheesy stuff from TV though, right? That's what people always say. They always like tease her cause she's like her. That's the old saying. I don't know if they still say that anymore. But I felt like he might have liked her to try to get her attention. The fact that I can easily imagine this happening just pisses me off even more.
最初は河本くん、さっきいた人のことなんですけど、そのうちクラスの男子みんなからからかわれるようになって、女子からも言われるようになって。
I guess if it's a group thing, then I don't think they were. I don't think they liked her.
女子は慰めてくれる子もいたので、まだ大丈夫だったんですけど、それがきっかけで男子が怖くなっちゃって。中学も一緒ではあったんですけど、飽きたのかいじめはなくなってくれて。
Maybe he matured, or maybe he got another girl, right? Maybe he bullied her at first to get her attention, but suddenly it escalated. Not everyone started bullying her, and he didn't know what to do, so he just went with the flow. And by the time they were in middle school, he found another girl he liked, and that's why he never tried to get Haruka attention ever again. This is what's going on in my head.
それからできる限り目立たないように生きてきました。誰にも目をつけられないように、ひっそりこっそり生きてきました。
Senpai words pierced my chest. If you think about it, that kid probably started teasing, "Hey! This game fucking knows it!" So they still say that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. He probably just teased Senpai because he liked her. But then it escalated because all the other guys were, "Oh, that looks like fun. I'm gonna do that too." Because they're stupid kids, right? They do whatever looks fun. They thought that looks fun, so they started joining. It escalated. The guy didn't know what to do. He can't just tell them to stop. It's his fault, right? He's gonna get in trouble. So he just went with the flow. And then by the time it happened in middle school, obviously, if the girl you like never look at you, right, you're gonna move on. He moved on. He found another girl he liked, and that's why he stopped teasing Senpai. Senpai never looked his way. They messed with her because they wanted to grab her attention. Then some of the other girls joined in because they were jealous of her. Oh shit, I didn't think that deep. Holy shit. I didn't think about that. That's because, I guess, I never really thought about the girls. I only thought about the dudes, right? The other guys joined in because they look like fun. The girls were jealous of her because she's pretty, right? The original cause of the bullying was probably just some childish insecurity. That being said, bullying someone for 3 whole years is too much. Even if the bullying started with a crush, that's not something that can be forgiven. Besides, it's not like Senpai would feel any better knowing her bullies were acting on positive feelings instead of a negative ones. Really, it's just sad. At her core, Senpai's a bright and lively person. She wears on her heart on her sleeve, and she loves expressing herself. If she hadn't been bullied, then she wouldn't be living her life trying to look as insignificant as possible while avoiding everyone's gazes. She'd be a normal, cheerful girl with a cute smile. If she had never been bullied, she wouldn't have retreated into a shell and become terrified of what waited outside of it. It's sad and it pisses me off. I want to bring back the real Senpai. Maybe it's arrogant of me to think that. But I just feel like I have to help her.
先輩、
はい。
俺は同じ経験をしていないから気持ちはわかるなんて言えないけど。
That's true. I don't know what I would tell her either. Never had that happen. What do you say to someone that's been bullied, right? It's easier to say something if you experience it, but it's a little too late to experience that, right? I think I'll tell her. I don't know what to tell her. Go Kakeru. I can't tell her something cheesy like I'll protect you. That's too cheesy, man. But, you know, she might like that kind of thing. She just see him as his white knight.
できることが一つだけあります。
I'll protect you from now on.
はい。
もしまたあいつや他に先輩をいじめたやつを見かけたり絡まれたりしたら地元でもいいです。どこでも絶対駆けつけますから。もう怯えなくていいです。俺が守りますよ。
He did.
絶対。
He actually did it, bro. I didn't want to say it because that sounds cheesy, right? But you gotta remember, though. I think she do like that cheese. She called Kakeru her white knight. Senpai stares at me, her mouth half opened. Hang on, wasn't that basically like a confession? I feel like I said some pretty ridiculous things in the heat of the moment, but I don't want to take any of it back. Because those are my true feelings. I want to protect Senpai. I want to protect her from all the unreasonable unfairness of the world. I want to make her so she can smile without having to worry about anything.
小学生の時、新見さんと一緒のクラスが良かったです。
1年生まれるのが遅かったですね。
Damn. She is older, I forget about that.
でも、今、会えて良かったです。
Damn, fucking Kakeru, you an asshole. What the fuck, bruh? You didn't have to say that. You could have just said yes. You're like, nah, you're older than me. It would never happen. But that's why she stuttered. She's like, well, I'm still glad I met you though.
ありがとうございます。嬉しいです。
Senpai smiles, wiping the tears from her eyes. Thank God she's smiling. I internally breathed a sigh of relief.
新見さんは本当に私の白馬の
Flustered, Senpai suddenly trails off.
すみません。言ったら絶対照れることを言いそうだったのでこらえました。
なるほど。
She already said knight in shining armor, so it's not hard to guess what the rest would have been, but I probably shouldn't point that out. Nah, you should do it. I think it'll be funny. Well, I think it'll loosen her up too, right? Make her relax a little bit more. Senpai always cut herself off so suddenly, and I'm still getting used to it.
すみません。今日は新見さんに元気になってもらおうって誘ったのに変な空気にしちゃって。
めっちゃ楽しかったですよ。実は足湯初めてだったんです。
よかった。私も元気をもらいました。ありがとうございます。
何かあったら遠慮なく言ってください。俺も困った時は先輩に相談します。
はい。
Smiling, Senpai nods. Thank God she's back to her usual self. I'm glad I could help her out.
じゃあ今度こそ帰ります。
駅まで送ります。
でも
送らせてください。
Okay.
はい。お願 願いします。
Senpai smiled hesitantly and gets to her feet. Anyone just imagine it, but she seems happy that I insisted. Senpai suddenly stops in the entryway.
忘れ物ですか？
あ、いえ。勘違いだったらごめんなさいなんですが。
はい。
お部屋に来たのはお風呂混浴。
Yes.
違います。そんな意図は全くないです。
Damn. You know what would happen? Kakeru said yes. She would have went inside the bath with him. Kakeru, you pussy.
ですよね。ごめんなさい。
Damn, I hate you, Kakeru. Why can't he say yes? Blushing, Senpai waves her arms wildly while awkwardly putting her shoes on.
お邪魔しました。
行きましょうか。
やっぱり一人で帰ります。
I want him to say yes.
大丈夫ですか？
その新見さんが大丈夫じゃないことになりそうなので、主に私の妄想のせいで。
I forgot she got superpowers.
じゃあお邪魔しました。失礼します。
Senpai bows deeply, then runs out before I can stop her. I'm worried about her, but I'll probably be awkward if I chase after her now. Feeling conflicted, I head back to my room. I sit down on my bed and stare absently at the floor. Bullying, huh? I wonder if the reason why Senpai is so sensitive to the sadness of other people is because she experienced so much of it herself. The kindness she showed me yesterday and today have done a lot to soothe the pain in my heart. I want to do the same for her. However,
かっこつけすぎたな。
I flop into my bed and bury my head into my pillow. I'll protect you. I can't believe I said something so cliche. But now I said it. I gotta be true to my word. From now on, no matter what comes our way, I'll definitely protect you. Don't worry, Kakeru. I couldn't think of anything else to say. What do you say, right? To a person that's been bullied. It's hard if you can't relate. The only pops up in my head is I'll protect you. Because that's what you always see in medias. That's what everyone say. Alright. What else can you say? I don't know, man. I think you did the right choice, Kakeru. I can't think of another answer. I haven't read too many books. In fact, I read none. The weekend ends, and this Monday again. Uchi hasn't made any moves for now. At least none that we're aware of. There haven't been any new cases of people being petrified in the news anyway. 2 days of rest did wonders for my injuries, but I still feel tense. Golden Week starts tomorrow. All of my classmates are excited about the upcoming holiday, but all I can think about is our upcoming confrontation. It's time for homeroom, our last period. School was relatively uneventful today. I expected Yoshi didn't come to school. Going to Kosuka Senpai, Takamine didn't come either. Both of them have obviously gone into hiding. Moreover,
あとなんだっけ。ああ、そうだ。構成員は行動に集合だそうです。あとは。
I love you, notice it, sensei. Bro, look at her, bro. She's cute as fuck. You saw that? The entire interaction. I want you to experience this. You gotta know how godlike sensei is. Kosuka is good. Don't get me wrong. Sora kind of killed me a little bit when she put the bag over her head. That was really weird. God damn it, Sora. And I was never really a big, I think her name was Miyako, right? I'm not really a big Miyako fan. But Sensei, every time Sensei appears, I get hype. Look at this. Look at our facial reaction.
なんだっけ。ああ、そうだ。構成員は行動に集合だそうです。
Damn, bro. Oh, look at that. Fucking cute as fuck, bro. That's why I love Sensei. Miss Nuruse, the same as always, lazily delivering today announcements. She doesn't seem any different as far as I can tell. Does she really not remember that night? If so, how do we get in touch with Iris again? Because I'll try talking to Miss Naruse after homeroom's over and see if I can't learn anything. I forgot how to say her name. Naruse. Naruse, right? Yeah, Naruse. If she remembers everything, sweet. If not, I cross that bridge when I get to it. Worst case scenario, we'll just wait for Edis to contact us again.
はーい、連絡事項は以上。起立例は省略。気をつけて帰ってね。
Bye bye, Sensei. Sensei! I'll let you stay after class! Please! Homeroom ends, and the classroom suddenly gets a lot more lively. I get to my feet and start walking over to Miss Naruse.
新見くん。
Hey!
Oh.
Hi! Before I take more than a few steps, she calls out to me. Does that mean I sling my bag over my shoulder and walk over to the podium? I can't think of any school-related reason she wants to talk to me. Which means...
何ですか？
この後ちょっといい？
Yes! I'm always free for you!
大丈夫ですけど。
神様のことでお話が。
Oh. Yes, she remembers. This is perfect. I still don't trust Edis, but now I can hear the details from Miss Naruse.
職員室ですか？
他の先生の前でっていうか生徒の前でも嫌だけど変な話するのはね。
We can go to your house. We can talk there. I'm okay with walking.
ああ、そうですね。
っていうかさ、君連絡してきなさいよ。土日待ってたのに。
Saturday?
いや、先生覚えてないかもって思ってて、部活に話したら面倒なことになるなって。
いや、覚えてる覚えてる。超覚えてる。
Oh, let's go!
なら連絡すればよかったっすね。
She was waiting.
また神様から声かけられるの待つべきかとか考えてました。
お互い待ってたわけね。まあいいや、今日話そう今日。
Thank you.
先生ん家行きましょうか。夜にでも。
うちに来られてもな。本当は私が新見くん家行けばいいんだけどね。
Oh my
誰も
god!
いないでしょ。
Yeah!
俺一人ですね。
でも仕事帰りに寄るのだるいから今済ませたいんだよね。
Sensei, I can carry you!
だるいっすか。
I figured she's still being shocked over someone taking over her body, but she's as like... What the fuck is that word? What does this mean? What the hell is this? Lack a dicicle as ever.
とりあえず中庭で待っててくれる？すぐ行くから。
わかりました。
Damn it. Fuck. I wish I can tell her. I don't have a bike though. And this dude's too broke to have a car.
んじゃあ後で。
I guess we can go to the courtyard. She sacked the worksheet she collected together and walked out of the classroom. I begin to follow her out, but then I suddenly stop. I saw Yoichi's empty desk. He's probably never going to come to school again. I turn my eyes away from his desk and leave the room. In those days when we fooled around without a care in the world would never return.
いやー、まさか髪下ろししちゃうとはね。
I'm surprised she's taking this in stride. In the end, we can't find a convenient private location, or rather, Miss Naruse decided it was too much trouble to even try. So we were just talking in the middle of the courtyard. According to her, this won't take long, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Excuse me.
怪奇現象とか全然信じてないし、白蜜川の伝承もある種の創作物として楽しんでいたんだけどね。こうなると信じざるを得ないね。
どういう経緯であんなことになったんですか？
ちょっと前から変な夢見るなって思っててね。で、一昨日だっけ？もう一日前か。白田様、イーリス様に話しかけられて。
イーリス様。
じゃあ先生的にもあれが初めてだったんですか？
そうそう。ちょっと体貸してって言われたからオッケーって。
Damn it!
軽っ！
興味あったし、どんな感じかなーって。
Miss Naruse smiles contentedly. So she handed her body over to a god just to satisfy her curiosity? Damn. No! She does not have balls! Fuck you! You know what? If she got balls, I'm okay with that either way. I don't mind! I don't mind what's under there. If she got a hidden missiles! And a two set of, some iron balls! It does not change my opinion. I'll still love Naruse Sensei. No matter what.
アーティファクトとかユーザーとか聞いてますか？
その単語は初耳だけど、言いたいことはわかるよ。 新見くんも、あと一緒にいた高坂さん3年生にあるんでしょ、超能力的な。
そうですね。
複雑だな。今までの私だったら鼻で笑ってるよ、この会話。
俺も最初は相当戸惑いました。
世の中不思議なことがあるもんだね。仁義に選ばれたんだってさ、私。
仁義。
Couldn't think of it. Didn't Sophie say it's possible that a piece of relic in my body as well? Oh wait, was that the one of the theory she said she disapproved? Whatever, that's not important right now. The shrine relic is actually an artifact called World Eye. That means Miss Nadase is a World Eye user, just like Sophie. So she can see into other branches in the same way as Sophie? If so, our best bet might be to put our faith in Miss Nadase.
で、話なんだけど。
そうでした。すみません、俺ばっかり質問しちゃって。
まだ聞きたいことある？
Yes! Oh yeah! I wasn't prepared!
あるっちゃありますね。
後にして仕事戻りたいから。
Damn, this sucks. I can wait.
はい。
私からは一つだけ。
The smile disappears and the expression turns serious.
危ないことしてない？
してます。
うわぁ、バカ正直。
Fixed it! Alright. What the hell? Alright, I guess. Sighing, she gets to her feet.
聞きたかったのはそれだけ。やめろって言ってもやめられないだろうから言わないけど、私も無関係じゃいられないみた
Hey,
い
is
だ
the
し、
texture
で
weird
き
to
るこ
you?
とはするから。
Or did the texture always look like this? I don't remember now. Damn it, what the fuck happened? I think the texture always looked like this. I just never really look at the background. It looks so bad. But I think that's because I never really look at the background. I was too busy looking at the characters.
無茶はしないようにね。
はい。
即答しなかったのが気になるけど、まあいいか。後のことは神様に聞いてね。私じゃ答えられないし。神様に用があるときは連絡して準備しておくから。
Thank you.
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
それじゃあね。ああ、こういうこともっと若い頃に怒ってくれたらな。はしゃげる年じゃないよ。
Sensei, I heard you just graduated from college. Aren't you in your young 20s? I still think you're young. She heads inside the school building, muttering to herself. We're not doing this for the fun, you know. Well, I admit, we were having some fun with our new powers in the beginning. But now...
びっくりした。
すみません。
Looking up, I see Kosuka Senpai standing in front of me. I gesture to the empty spot on the bench, and she hesitantly sits down next to me.
廊下から2人が話しているのが見えて。
大したことは話してないんですが、神様と話したいときは連絡くれって。
そうですか。先生はこの前のことちゃんと覚えているんですね。
大体のことは把握しているみたいです。
イーディスさんのことはまだ信用できるかわからないですけど。ごめんなさい。また余計なというか無神経なことを言いそうに。
I accept no slander against Sensei.
大丈夫です。言ってください。
先生のこと
Hey!
信頼できるんでしょうか。
I just said it. You can't slander Sensei.
適当な人ですけどできますよ。昔からすごくお世話になってるんで。
I trust her with all my heart.
昔から。
Hell yeah.
小さい時からの知り合いなんです。
そうなんですね。
イーリスのことはともかく、先生と協力できれば今よりもマシになりそうな気はします。
そうですか。 人だけじゃなくて3人だけの秘密。ちょっぴり残念。
Senpai suddenly cut herself off, covering her face with her hands.
失言が多い。
気にしなくていいと思いますよ。も
っと考えてから話すように努力します。
はい。
その今日これから集まりますよね、みんなで。
ああ、そうですね。9ボールで。
イーリスさんのことは。
とりあえず先生がユーザーだったとだけ話しておきましょうか。
わかりました。あと思いついたんです、私。
何をです？
作戦です。うまくいけば探せると思います。
My friend.
新見さんのお友達。
Oh, Yoichi.
マジっすか？
うまくいけばなんですけど。
どんな？いや、みんな集まった時に。
My phone buzzes and I hurriedly check my messages.
空からか。校門で待ってるから早く来いって。
私にも一緒に行きましょうって来てました。
じゃあ行きますか。
はい。
You can worry about whether we should trust Sophie or Addis later. Right now, I'm more interested in knowing what this plan of senpai is.
マジで？さつきちゃんが
Shows put down her glass of water and looks at me in shock. We're at 9 ball and we already made our orders. I just to tell everyone about Miss Naruse while we wait for our drinks to arrive. I figured I should get it out of the way first. I do feel a little guilty about not telling the whole truth, but I think it's the right call.
もしかしてホームルームの後に話してたのって。
そう、その話。
Excuse me.
この前分かったんだ。あまり話せず終わったからそのうち改めて話そうって。多分
How should I tell them? I guess mentioning her artifact should be fine.
先生のアーティファクトは神器だ。多分ソフィーと同じように世界の観測ができるはず。
つまり魔眼の能力者を探す上で力になってもらえるかもしれないと。
そんな力があればだが、近いうちに先輩と確認しに行こうと思う。
先輩と
Because I like her, alright? That's why.
私も先生がユーザーだったって分かった時に一緒にいて。そういえば先週電車乗らずに戻っちゃいましたもんね。その件はごめんなさい。一緒に帰るはずだったのに。いやいや大丈夫っす。そっか。ミーニと一緒にいたのね。
Jealous?
はい、ちょっと気になることがあったのでお話をと思って。ほほん。あ、飲み物来た。コーラこっちとそっちです。
The waiter places our drinks on the table. We sip our respective beverages for a bit before resuming the discussion.
そんなわけで先生のことは俺と先輩に任せてくれ。詳しく話を聞いてみて協力してもらえそうなら頼んでみる。
お願いします。さつきちゃんち行くの？
いやどうだろう。違うかもしれんけど。
今日？
先生の都合が良ければ今日かな。
何時くらい？さつきちゃん仕事終わるのいつだろう。帰って着替える時間あるかな。
I never seen her in a different outfit before.
なんだいその目は。
お前来るつもり？来んなよ。
は？
任せてくれっつったろうがよ。来んなよ。
はあ、なんでだよ。はあ。
むしろなんで来たいんだよ。
いやみんなで行けばいいじゃん。さつきちゃんも仲間なんでしょ。みんなで話をしに行こ
Oh
うよ。
yeah, we can't take her because of Addis. We can't tell her about Addis.
その必要はあります？
うわ、何こいつ仲間意識なさすぎでは。どこで会うにしてもこの人数で囲んじゃうのはちょっと迷惑になるかも。いや、いけるいける。さつきちゃんフレンドリーだから賑やかなの大好きだから。
いや嫌いだろ。 神社で祭りやるときうるさいって出かける人だぞ。賑やかなの大嫌いだろ。
迷惑はともかく、面識のない私も同行すれば前置きが長くなる。効率を考えるなら全員で行く必要はない。
わあ、マジか。結城先輩はともかく、いいんすか？みゃこ先輩は本当にいいんすか？
私も新見くんにお任せするのがいいのかなって思ってるけど。
うわ、分かってねえなこの人。あれでしょ、先輩も行くんでしょ。
Let senpai go.
いや、先輩、高坂先輩、ストローチューチューしてないで、レモンティーうまいみたいな顔してないで、マイペースか。
一緒に、行ければと思ってます。
Senpai can come. But Sora, you and Miyako can't come along.
ほら、いいんすか、みゃこ先輩。ダメだ、鈍感系ヒロインだこの人。ピュアかよ。
何に腹を立ててるんだお前は。
You can't go, Sora. Sorry. You had your fun in episode 2.
私、一緒に行かない方が。
No, senpai, you can come with me.
いや、いいっす。もういいっす。
禁止はしないけど、デリケートな問題をバルハラソサエティに持ち込まないでほしい。
意外と結城先輩察しがいい。はーい、かき回すのやめまーす。
だから何なんだお前は。
いや、いいから。まあ単純になんで先輩と二人なのかは疑問だけど。
ああ、それは
I promise to protect her.
実は話していないことがある。先生に関して。
Oh yeah, they can't let them find out about Edis too. That's the main reason, right?
お、なんだ、秘密か？
なぜ隠すのか。
口止めされている。
誰に？
誰にかは今は言えない。というか言いたいんだが、言っていいのか迷ってる。
わかった。話さなくていい。
うわ、引き下がるの早っ。
悪い。少し時間をくれ。
気になるんだけど。
話すことで事態がどう転がるかわからない。
ああ、そうなるな。
そっか。じゃあうかつに話せないね。
本当悪い。
I placed my hands on the table and bowed my head. I've been thinking about why Edis wants to keep her existence a secret. My current prevailing theory is that she doesn't want Sophie knowing about her. If everyone knows about her, the chance that Sophie finds out increases. She probably wants to avoid that. Granted, Sophie almost always observing us, so it's only a matter of time before she learns about Edis. In fact, she might already know everything. Either way, until I know for sure who to trust, I have to be careful about what information I divulge.
まあとにかくあれだ、話せないことに高坂先輩も関わってるから一緒に行くと。
皆さんがよろしければそうしたいと。
反対する理由はない。
私もお願いします。
お願いします。
でもなんかあれだね、びっくりだけど納得だな。さつきちゃん白田つくも神社の巫女さんなわけでしょ。神器を受け継いできた家系なわけじゃん。
じゃあ今回の騒動がある前から先生はユーザーだったのかな。
かもしれないけど、自覚はなかったんじゃないかな。さつきちゃんどっちかっていうとそういうの信じてないタイプだし。
話した感じ、ほんとこの前気づいたみたいだな。ユーザーだったとしても無自覚だったと思う。
何にせよ戦力が増えるのは助かる。先生のことは2人に任せるから、私たちは魔眼の能力者捜索に全力を尽くしましょう。
そうですね。でもどうやって探せばいいんだろう。
手当たり次第探すしかないっすかね。
Sora starts talking at the same moment Senpai does. She tenses up for a second and looks down and falls silent. I totally know how you feel. It's hard to find the right time to jump into a conversation between a group of people. I have that problem all the time. However, now isn't the time to be indecisive. I raise my hand to grab everyone's attention.
ちょっといいか。
ええ。
先輩に作戦があるらしい。
はい、あります。
聞かせて。
私の力は考えたことを現実にする力です。こうなったらいいなって思ったことが現実に起こります。改めて聞くとやばいっすね。チートじゃん。でもその考えた通りじゃなくて、それに近い結果になったり家庭がめちゃくちゃだったりもするんですが、とにかく絶対不可能なことじゃなければ大体のことは実現できると思うんです。
あなたの力で魔眼の能力者を見つけ出すということね。
はい、そうです。実際に見つけるのは難しいとは思うんです。でもそれに近い結果、ヒントくらいは得られるかもしれないって。具体的にどうするんですか？例えば、散歩していたら偶然会えたらいいなって、そういう風に考えてみたら。
うまくいけば実際に偶然会える。会えなくとも何らかの痕跡は見つけられる。
はいです。私の力ならそういうことができると思うんです。もう先輩一人いればいいじゃんってくらい便利な力っすな。でもちょっと燃費が悪くてすぐ疲れちゃうんです。実は朝のあの騒ぎの後もヘトヘトで、最近居眠り常習犯で。
あまり長い時間力を使えないと。
はい、人格を変えるだけなら長持ちするんですけど、痕跡を見つけるってなるときっと休み休みになるので、かなり時間がかかっちゃうかも。
工夫が必要ね。彼が行きそうな場所を重点的に調べたり。
ニーニーどっか心当たりないの？
いや、ないな。あいつの家もどこにあるのか知らないし。
いつもみんなと遊んでるイメージはあるけれど、一人でどこに行くのかは私も知らないな。
じゃあ司令官の方とか高坂先輩知らないです？アニメの聖地、神社によく行くって聞きましたけど。こんな時にさすがに行かないよね。
先生に住所聞いてみるか。教えてくれるかわかんねえけど。
一人を除いて制服を着ていた。あのままでは目立ちすぎるから着替えを取りに帰っているかもしれない。
そのまま普通に家にいたりして。
だったら楽なんだけどな。とりあえずできる限り情報を集めて、準備ができたら先輩に力を使ってもらう方向で。
はい、頑張ります。
なんだかすみません、先輩に頼りっぱなしで。
そんな、私こそ仲間にしてもらえて嬉しくて、頑張りたいので大丈夫です。
見つけ出すことができたら私たちの出番。次こそ遅れは取らない。
私も頑張ります。
これはあれかな？
お前なんでここにいんの？
マジふざけんなよ。そこはかけろよ。優しい言葉かけろよ。
お前の力物とかにもかけられんの？自分だけ？
何？自分以外にもできるけど。
じゃあ石とかにかけて投げたらいいんじゃね？
地味。そんなのあり。いや、いいね。意外といいねそれ。今度あったら不可視の石ぶん投げたろ。
とにかく今は高坂さんの力に頼るしかない。後日改めて集合しましょう。時間に余裕のある日に彼らの痕跡を探す。
わかりました。先輩、よろしくお願いします。
さ、やっぱ高坂先輩の負担大きすぎない？ さつきちゃんのことを2位にだけで言ったら。
確かにそうだな。役割分担的に不公平だな。
一緒に行かせてください。負担なんて全然ないです。私こうやって仲間と一緒に頑張ること初めての経験で、今とても充実感があって。ごめんなさい、そんな状況じゃないですよね。不適切な発言でした。
いえ、頑張りましょう、共に。
し、じゃあうまくいけばすぐにでもリベンジだね。
いいえ、まだ早い。探すのは痕跡だけ。
なんで？
また負けたいの？
Yeah. Sora shrinks back in the face of Yuki Kurt's demeanor. We got a point though. Even if we ran into them now, challenging them head on would end up the same way it did last time.
リベンジの前に鍛えないとな。
そうだね。
Damn, they didn't even train.
作戦も立てたいし。
Bro, what you guys were doing fucking the weekends? Chilling. I guess Sophie did say they need to rest because their soul is damaged.
猶予はないけれど、焦らず確実に次こそ彼らを仕留める。
結城先輩がリーダーでよかったね。超冷静、超頼りになる。照れてらっしゃる。
照れてない。今日はここまでとしましょう。根を詰めすぎても仕方がない。
とりあえず俺は先生にメッセージ。あの人リングやってないんだ。メール送っとくか。今日話聞けるかな。
夜になりますよね。
どうすかね。ちょっと何時になるかわからないし、今日行けるかもわかんないし、一旦帰ってもらった方がいいかも。
はい、じゃあ何時でもいいので呼んでください。すぐ行きます。
Okay.
了解っす。
I pull out my phone and start composing an email. Thanks to Senpai, we'll most likely be able to find Yoichi. Now we just have to figure out how to stop him. I hope talking to Miss Naruse, or rather Iris, can give us some ideas. I'm also curious what Sophie's up to. I guess all I can do is pray everything works out in the meantime. Pray. Only thing we could do. Miss Naruse replied shortly after I got home. It looks like she's eager to talk to us too, since she says to meet with her tonight. In reality, I bet she just wants to get rid of this way, get this out of the way ASAP, so she can go back to lazing around. I text Senpai about the meeting, to eat dinner since there's still some time before we have to get going. After I zone out of my bed for a bit, then leave my room with time to spare.
こんばんは。
どうもっす。
Domos. I arrived at this train station just as Senpai's coming out of it. I'm glad I left early. I would have felt bad if I ended up making her wait for me again.
まだそんなに遅くはないですけど大丈夫でした？こんな
Damn.
時間に出かけるの。
I always forget that they
親
have
とかになん
parents
か言われ
in
たり。
this game.
はい、大丈夫です。むしろ喜んでて、友達できてよかったねって。
ああ。
I tried to respond. I end up laughing awkwardly. I wonder what Senpai parents would think if they found out her new friend is getting her involved in something dangerous. I suddenly feel like apologizing to them.
新見さんこそ大丈夫でしたか？
何がです？
考えてみれば確かに私いらなかったなって。先生と親しいわけでもないし、新見さん一人の方が良かったのかなって。ごめんなさい、私ちょっと舞い上がっているというか、
It's okay.
はしゃぎすぎちゃってる気がします。
いや大丈夫ですよ。先輩結構頭の回転早いっていうか、起点が効くっていうか。
初めて言われました。むしろとろい方だと。
いやいや本当に。俺がアホなことしたり言ったりするといつもさりげなくフォローしてくれますし、一緒にいてくれると助かります。俺がまたヘマしたらよろしくお願いしますね。 先輩？
She's gonna cry. Whoa!
もう少々発言には気をつけるべきですわね。
はい。
唐突に褒められたものですからフリーズしてしまいましたわ。
マジっすか。なんかすみません。
自分に自信がなさすぎるんです、あの子は。だからこそ私がいるのですが。さあ行きましょう、かける様。先生とイーリスさんが待っていますわ。
はい。
Senpai casually wraps her arms around mine and leads me toward the shrine. There's no real point in pretending to be couples anymore, but I'm joining this, so I guess there's no reason to stop. Damn, he's dense. She likes you. We walk slowly, but we still make it to our destination 3 minutes before the meeting time. I've been to the shrine dozens of times, but when I think about how I'm going to be talking to a god here, it certainly all looks unfamiliar.
先生はどちらに？
拝殿に来てくれって言ってたんですが、人格そっちのままで大丈夫ですか？
ええ、もともと私に代わるつもりだったようですから。神様の前では気遅れして話せないだろうからと。
了解っす。じゃあ行きますか。
はい。
さすがに離れておきましょう。
ほら、残念。
I don't want Norusei sensei to get the wrong idea. Chuckling, Senpai releases me. To be honest, I also feel like it's a shame, but right now I gotta focus. I turn around and head towards the main building. Last time I went inside was during the festival, I think. I used to play in there all the time when I was a kid, so I know there's nothing to be afraid of, but let's see this. I exhale, releasing the pent-up tension in my muscles, and step inside. Dang, she's in a Miko outfit. Dude, I told you Sensei's godlike. I guess, literally, right? Miss Naruse, sitting in the middle of the room in her shrine maiden Miko attire, with her eyes closed. Well, that's unexpected. I figured she would casually greet me like usual. Then maybe we would have a small talk for a few minutes before she and Addis take over. Sadly, it seems Miss Naruse had other plans. It's better to see her acting like a proper shrine maiden. Frankly, it's kind of overwhelming. Rooted to the spot, I silently stared at Miss Naruse. Slowly, she opened her eyes. She's probably not Miss Naruse in there
お
anymore.
待ちしておりました。
イーリス。
まださつきちゃんです。
Damn. That's my girl. Let's go.
はい。そうっすか。
Alright. Well, there goes all my nervousness. I guess even when she's acting like a shrine maiden, Miss Naruse is still Miss Naruse. At least this is helping me relax.
おいでおいで、適当に座って。小坂さんもいらっしゃい。お邪魔いたします。
I brought you cookies. I wish I did. Bowing, Senpai sits down in front of Miss Naruse. Still a little unplussed, I take a seat next to Senpai.
どうしたんですか
Whoa.
その格好。
Dekai! Sugoi! Sugoi? Dekai?
髪下ろしするわけだから気合い入れよっかなーって。家族にバレないように着替えるの大変だった。
I bet she always wanted to dress up as a Miko. Right? Because she really dressed up.
とても可愛らしいです。
Damn right. She looked godlike.
ありがとう。普段いい加減な私も清楚に見えるよね。雰囲気出るっていうか。そう聞こうと思ってたんだ。
何をです？
二人付き合ってるの？
No.
いや、
No!
はい。
No! Not for the sensei!
あ、やっぱそうなんだ。
Damn. Senpai, why you say that without any hesitation too? This conversation moves on without me, and I'll lose my chance to set the record straight.
別に咎めたりしないけど、ほどほどにね。ほどほどですか。
I see. Sensei doesn't care about me.
何とは言わないけど。何とはですか。そう、何を何したりとか。承知しました。ほどほどにいたします。そうそう、ほどほどにいたしてね。
こんな場所で何下ネタ連発してるんすか？
普
通に会話してただけだけど、どこがどう下ネタに聞こえたの？やだ、新見くん不純。
Who let this person become a sensei, a teacher, or a shrine maiden?
まあワイダンなんてどうでもいいんですよ。
言っちゃったよ、ワイダンって。
時間が時間だし、さっさと終わらせて。
あ、どうしました？
ちょっと足崩していい？待ってる間にしびれちゃった。
はい。
I wonder what she's gonna
正
sit.
座するんじゃない？
Crisscross applesauce. I'm serious. Who let this person become a shrine maiden? I feel like an idiot for being nervous now.
さてと、それじゃあ呼んじゃおっか、神様。すぐに呼べるんですか？さあ。
え？
まあいけるでしょ。
大丈夫っす。あの人適当っすけど大丈夫っす。
I trust Sensei with my entire life.
おい、聞こえてるぞ。神の御子に対して不敬であるぞ、君たち。
すみません。
失礼しました。まあ私もよく分かってないんだよね。何せ急だったから。でも多分こうやって呼びかければ。
She closes her eyes again. Silence fills the room. A few seconds later, Miss Naruse, what the fuck? Stigma starts to glow on her forehead. The relaxed atmosphere of a few minutes ago vanishes. Miss Naruse and I both straighten our back at the same time. Guess I should too. Holy race. She left her face though. Her faint smile looks decidedly different from usual.
やはり会いに来てくださいましたね。
イーリスさんですか？
はい、私の名はイーリス。こちらの世界では白蛇様あるいは白田様と呼ばれているようですね。
Everything from her style of speech to the tone of her voice is entirely unlike Miss Naruse. Oh my god! My fucking imagination went somewhere else, right? So, you know, you already know the fucking whatever, right? I make fan fictions in my head too, just like Kosuka, right? And I just thought, damn, she get a route. Do we have two girls? It is and Naruse, Sensei. I hope Sensei is a heroine. I've always figured God were the things of myth, but now we're staring right at one.
どうか楽になさってください。長い話になるでしょうから。
Senpai and I exchange glances. I relax my posture, but Senpai keeps her back ramrod straight, just like Iris. Seemingly satisfied with Senpai's choice, Iris smiles in approval and gives her a little nod.
私に聞きたいこともあるでしょうが、まずはここまでの経緯を説明させてください。きっとその中にあなた方の求める答えもあるでしょうから。
Monogatari.
では。
Iris' smile grows wider, and she begins to tell. Unsurprisingly, she starts with the events of 1,000 years ago. Originally, our world and Iris' worlds were connected. Back then, Iris was close friends with Miss Naruse's ancestors, though she made sure not to interfere in the affairs of our world too much. Excuse me. But things changed drastically when the people of Iris' world invented artifacts.
アーティファクトは人によって生み出された道具だったということでしょうか？
その通りです。それまでは魔術とでも言いましょうか、アーティファクトを用いず特別な力を振るう者たちが存在しました。しかし魔術の習得には長い時を要します。才能も必要です。
誰にでも魔術を使えるようにアーティファクトを開発した。
はい。ですが完成したアーティファクトは誰にでも扱えるものではありませんでした。
アーティファクトは主を自分で選ぶ。
その結果、多くのアーティファクトがこちらの世界へと流出してしまうことになりました。
This was when disaster struck. Just like how the artifacts started reappearing here a few weeks ago, the school nearly burned down. Or how Yuichi's going around killing people. The people who were swallowed up by their own powers caused the calamity in Shiromitsukawa. It is the person sitting in front of us, Iris, who put an end to the rampage.
私はアーティファクトを回収した後、私が持つ世界の目の対となるもう一つの目をこちらの世界に残しました。
I left a twin?
対となる。
はい。目ですから。
No. I suppose, yes. Smiling, Iris points to her own eyes.
世界の目は扉のアーティファクト。開くこともできれば閉じることもできる。それぞれの世界に目を置き、そのまぶたを閉じることでつながった2つの世界を隔絶したはずでした。
こっち側の世界の目が破損したせいで。
はい。片目が開いてしまいました。その隙間を縫って再びアーティファクトがこちらの世界に。すべて私の世界の不手際です。あなた方には迷惑ばかりかけてしまい心苦しい限りですが、
I accept your apology.
私の願いも実はソフィーティアと一緒なんです。アーティファクトを回収するために力を貸してほしい。
Damn, I don't know who to choose anymore. Fuck, I like Sensei. But I also like Sophie. Sophie saved my life. But Sensei get me emotionally supported sometimes. You know, in episode 3, Sensei supported us. At least emotionally. Fuck. Who do I trust? If Iris didn't have Sensei body, I would not trust Iris at all. But because she's using Sensei body, things are different now. There's a different circumstance. I think I would help Iris. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Sophie. You did help me out a lot, but... Fuck. I don't know. I gotta see what Sophie looked like.
ただし
I know I'm Charlo.
平和的な手段
I'm
です。
sorry. I don't know. Maybe I helped Sophie. I remember a lot of stuff on episode 2 though. Like Sophie, she used herself as a meat shield. She covered Kakeru's eyes when he went to that big fight. Sophie saved Kakeru's life so many times. And then when Miyako, you know, fucking basically killed herself in episode 1, Sophie makes sure not to do that again. She learned. She wanted to keep Miyako alive. Was it for her own selfish desires? Maybe, but that doesn't change the fact that she saved Miyako's life by not telling Kakeru that fucking Miyako might have killed the fire guy. I think I'm still on Sophie's side, but I'm not an enemy of Iris. For say, I'm neutral about her.
それが私の願い。そしてあなた方
Per
に
se,
接触
for
した
say,
理由です。
whatever.
消せませんわね。
Senpai muttered suddenly. Looking resolutely at Iris, she asked a question that's been on my mind as well.
1000年前のようになぜイーリスさん自身がこちらの世界に来て混乱を鎮めようとされないのでしょうか。あなたに比べれば我々などひよっこ以下でしょ。にもかかわらず我々を頼ろうとする。なぜでしょう。外目わかりません。
1000年前も私はこちらの世界には来ていませんよ。正確には来ることができなかったでしょうか。
ですが先ほどアーティファクトを回収したと。
はい、回収しました。今回のようにナルセの人間の体を借りて。
Oh fuck. She puts on her hand on her, Miss Naruse chest.
生物は世界の移動をすることができません。世界の目の力を用いても私自身が肉体を持ったまま こちらの世界に移動することは叶わないのです。ですから魂だけ、私の同一存在である女性の体を借りて力を振るったのです。
What does that mean?
同一存在。
Is that wait a minute.
互いの世界には魂の性質を同じくするものが存在します。こちらの世界では男性で、
Oh.
あちらの世界では女性かもしれません。ですが魂は同一なのです。かけるさんにもはるかさんにも別の世界には別のあなた方がいます。
Damn.
そういった同じ魂を持つものを我々は同一存在と呼んでいます。
Damn, what are the twists? What is Sophie's me? What is Sophie's Kakeru?
もしかして成瀬先生は。
お察しの通り、成瀬家には各世代に私の同一存在が生まれるようです。
Damn.
現世代ではこのさつきが私の同一存在となりますね。
同一存在であれば体を借りられるってわけですか。
はい、魂を同調させることで初めて可能となります。さつき以外の体を借りることはできません。
なおさら消せません。同一存在がいないのであればまだしもちゃんといらっしゃいます。現に今まさに同調されています。なぜ自らのお力を振るわないのですか。
できないのです。
For the first time, Ida's expression clouds over.
1000年の時が過ぎ、私の力も随分と弱くなってしまい、
She casts her gaze downward and squeezed her hands together.
昔ほどうまく同調できないのです。仮にできたとしても、昔のようにアーティファクトを扱うことは。
誰かに頼らざるを得ないというわけですか。
情けないですが、その通りです。
She smiles weakly. I see. If we believe everything Ida is saying, that would explain why Sophie communicating with us through a stuffed doll. She can't physically cross over into this world either. Instead, she sent over an illusionary body that she then took over by synchronizing to it like a resonant. That's probably the irregular usage of her illusionary body that she was referring to a while back. Just like Ida, she can't use her artifact here because either she can't synchronize to her body perfectly or the body itself is just too weak. Which is why she needs our help. But hang on a second.
世界の目は今ソフィーが持ってますよね。
はい、魔眼のアーティファクトも私のものでした。
でしたということは、
私では扱えなくなってしまい手放したのです。その判断は誤っていましたね。
ソフィーとは敵対しているんですか。
少々複雑ではありますが、そうですね。
What?
そう捉えていただいてもいいかもしれません。セフィロトのことは聞いていますね。
はい。アーティファクトを管理している組織と。
その通りです。二度と悲劇を起こさぬよう私が作った組織です。ですが、歴史ある組織の宿命とでも言いましょうか。セフィロトに所属するすべての者の胸にかつての
I don't trust her
志が
anymore.
宿っているわけでは。
When she brought this shit up, I'm like, I don't trust you anymore, bro. You may be my girl's body, but you're not her mind.
内部分裂でしょうか。
お恥ずかしながら
I trust Sophie more.
アーティファクトを管理するだけではなく、有効利用することで世界をより良い方向へ導くべきだ、そう主張する者たちが現れました。
ソフィーがそっち側ってことですか。
はい、ソフィーティアは回収したアーティファクトを私的に利用するつもりです。
What?
世界のためという大義名分を掲げて。故に渡すわけにはいきません。アーティファクトの乱用は必ず悲劇をもたらします。ですからどうかあなた方には。
I don't know. Can I trust Sophie more? Fuck.
疲れた。
I came out of nowhere. For a second, Senpai and I just looked at her in utter confusion. Iris let out a linguist sigh, her dignified expression vanishing. She looks cuter like this, though. I like this expression.
もういいかしら。それっぽく話さなくても。
いや、え？
神様だからこういうキャラ望まれてるんだろうなって頑張ってみたんだけど、肩こるわね。やっぱり柄じゃないわ。疲れた。
I don't know who to trust anymore. Now I trust Iris again. Wait a minute. Doesn't that mean Iris is basically Naruse Sensei? If they're resident soul doppelgangers, don't it mean they're doppelgangers through mind and body? Are they a complete clone of each other? If she's just like Naruse Sensei, both mind and body. Uh-oh. Who do I trust? Fuck! I don't know anymore. If she keep acting like a god, I wouldn't trust her. But now that I know that she's kind of like Naruse Sensei, the girl in my dreams, then I trust her just a little bit. But now I don't know if I can. I trust Sophie too. That's the fucked up part. Yeah, I guess we gotta roll with it. Dumbfounded, Senpai and I watch as Iris casually rolls her shoulders and stretches her back. She looks exactly like Miss Naruse, actually, not divine at all. So this is Miss Naruse resonant. It didn't really click with me at first, but now I feel like I get what Iris was talking about. She is a lot like Miss Naruse, that's for sure. I can see the similarities now.
そもそもどうして神様になっちゃったのかしらね。あの剣があるまではただの文通相手みたいな関係だったのに。
She's kind of cute.
それは助けていただいたことに恩義を感じてではありませんか？
She's my goddess.
助けたっていうか、アーティファクトが流出したのはこっちの不始末でしょ。そりゃ見て見ぬふりはしないわよ。
Damn, I can't be on both sides, can I? Fuck. I don't know who to pick.
まあでも悪い気はしないわね。あっちの世界じゃただの老害扱いだし。
You ain't old. Maybe you are. I don't know what she looks like. You can think of this as like a VTuber, basically, right? It may appear to be the young Miss Naruse, but inside that old ass soul, she's 1,000 years old. She might be wrinkly. There's nothing wrong with that, but
流しちゃってましたけど、1000年くらい生きてるんですよね。
まあね。
不老不死ってことです？
不老だけど不死ではないわね。老化を止めてるだけ。
Oh shit! Alright.
アーティファクトの、いえ、魔術によってでしょうか？
今時魔術なんて使わないわよ。アーティファクトの方が便利だから作ったの。不老のアーティファクト。
That's cool.
ただ体は若くても魂はね、ずいぶん衰えちゃったわ。
Oh God!
力を失うと同時に権力も取り上げられちゃって、ただのお飾りなのよ、私。セフィロトの。
It's basically 1,000-year-old, but without the load.
だからソフィーティアみたいなのが勝手なことをする。
What?
おそらくソフィーティアの協力者はあなたや魔眼の子だけじゃない。ユーザーは街中にいるはずだから当然よね。
Damn, Sophie a hoe.
相手によってやり方を変えているんでしょう。あなたたちには平和的に友好的に、魔眼の子には破壊衝動を煽るように。
Man, I don't know, man. Fuck. You think Sophie would do that? It's hard to see Sophie do that, though. She went through so much trouble, though. But Iris is just like Miss Naruse Sensei.
そうやって他人を利用し
She's
て
not lying.
アーティファクトを我が物とする。もう私もあなたたちを利用しようとしているからとやかく言えないけれど。
Damn, you know I just want to be the one lying, right? she's just like Miss Naduse. She's telling the truth. But maybe because she doesn't know Sophie directly. That's why she's making these assumptions. This maybe she's not lying, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean she's not wrong either. Right? She could be wrong. That's a possibility. She probably just misunderstood Sophie.
イーリスさんとしてはアーティファクトを私的に利用しようとする勢力の台頭を許容できないというわけですね。
そういうこと。だから動きたくても動けない私の代わりにあなたたちに頑張ってほしいわけ。
She hold her hands out to us as if offering something, but her palm is empty. Bro, if I could touch you, I mean, what the fuck is this? I will swear allegiance. A second later, though, the space above her hand warps in the same way it does when Sophie appears, and an ornately decorated vial materializes in it.
それは
アンブロシア。アーティファクトとの契約を破棄する令約。
Ah.
手放したと先ほどおっしゃっていましたね。なるほど。そのような薬が。
そう、あるの。あなたたち困っているんでしょ。魔眼の使い手に対抗する手段がないと。
Oh, she knows.
はい。
これが解決してくれるわ。ほんの少しでもこの霊薬を体内に注射するか
Is this safe,
飲ませてもいいわ。そうすれば無力化できる。
Sophie had to make another one, right? That's safe for human consumption. I wonder if this one's safe for human consumption.
あとは回収するだけ。戦う必要はない。簡単でしょ。
簡単か。
飲ませるために戦う必要がありそうですわね。
You just poke this in his heart.
それはなんとか工夫しなさい。とにかくほら。
おっとと。
Rarely managed to catch the vibe before it hits the ground. Man, what a careless throw. Is this like super valuable?
それはあげる。使うかどうかはあなたたちの判断に任せるわ。まだ私のことは信用しきれないでしょうし、使わなくても責めたりしない。あなたたちの好きなように。回収したアーティファクトもそうね。
Shit.
こちらに渡してほしいとお願いすることしかできない。
I don't know about that. The anime depicts you as evil, didn't it? Or did it? I don't know.
ただ私に組みすることで命が危ぶまれるのならいいわ。ソフィーティアに渡しちゃいなさい。
I don't know if she's trying to play nice to me or...
人命優先ね。自分たちの命を一番大事に。私のお願いはそういうことでいいかしら。そっちから何か話したいことはある？
I got one thing to ask her, but I guess it's not important.
おおむね事情は分かった。
I just want to know what she really looks like.
ですわね。魔眼のユーザーを攻略する手立てもいただきましたし。
じゃあ私は引っ込むわ。何かあったらいつでも呼んでちょうだい。
Alright.
はい、わかりました。
それじゃあ最後くらいはしっかりしようかしら。こちらの不手際にもかかわらず無理難題を押し付けてしまい申し訳ありません。
Ah.
どうかよろしくお願いします。
This makes it harder. I don't know who to help. Well, I guess there's no harm to continue to give it to Sophie. Right? What is she gonna do with it? Just seal it away? I'll just give it to Sophie. She puts her hands on the ground and bows deeply. But I get brownie points if I give it to her, right? I don't know. When she looks up again, the stigma on her forehead is gone.
どうは疲れた。喉ガラガラする。神様喋りすぎでしょ。
イーリスさんに体を貸している間、先生の意識は？
あるある。ぼんやりとだけどね。話もまあ大体は。
ありがとうございました。なんとかできるかは分かりませんが、してみようと思います。
うん。
Damn, she's too cute.
本当に新見くんたちがやらなきゃいけないの？
Oh yeah, I want to support her.
と言いますと？
相当危ないことなんでしょ。神様も言ってたじゃん。自分を大事にって。新見くんたちが命を懸けなくてもいいんじゃない？義務も責任もないんだし。
そうなんですけどね。いや、責任はあるのかな。やり遂げたい理由があって、どうせ誰かがやらなくちゃいけないことなら、その役目は俺でありたいんです。
おお、珍しく熱血。
素敵ですわ、かける様。
いや
どうでもいいけど、かける様なんて呼ばせてんの怖っ。
自主的に呼んでいるだけですわ。
この子結構変わってるな。まあいいけど。危ないことはしないようにね。私もできることはするけど、危ないことには協力しないから。
わかりました。
なんかやらかす顔してるな。まあいいや、今日はもう帰りなね。私も疲れちゃった。
はい、ありがとうございました。
今後とも
He's so
よろしくお願いいた
formal
しま
with
す。
her. Right? I guess he's formal with Sasuke because Haruka's here, right? So that's probably why Kakeru is so formal with Sasuke.
はいはい、お疲れお疲れ。おやすみ。
With that half-ass send-off, we leave the main hall. I think I remember in the beginning, or at least in the beginning of episode 1, right? Kakeru wasn't too formal with Sasuke. At least when it's just him and Sora. But with everyone else, right? Like for this example, him and Haruka, he pretends to be formal with her. No well. With that half-ass send-off, we leave the main hall. Inject him with the brochure. I guess this one doesn't have a needle, so you gotta make him drink it. With this, I can put a stop to Yoshima's deeds.
切り札を得ることはできましたが、
はい。
使いますな、その薬を。
No, I don't know. I was gonna say yeah, but we don't know the one that I forgot her name. Iris. We don't know the one that Iris gave us, that medicine, the brochure, whatever you call it. We don't know if that's safe, right? Sophie in episode 2 said she had to make one, specifically so it won't kill Sora. Damn, what if Iris double crossed me? That would suck. Cause I kinda like her.
みんなに話します。いい。
約束を破ることになりますが、
それでも話します。これは俺たちだけで決めちゃいけない気がする。使うかどうかはみんなと相談してからですね。
まだイーリスさんのこと信用されていないのですね。
意外と親しみやすくて信用できそうだとは思ったんですけどね。軽く疑心暗鬼です。俺は余市の正体を見抜けなかった。俺の目は節穴だ。自分の判断を信用できない。だからみんなに相談します。
異議なしですわ。私も同意見です。
じゃあ明日みんなに集合かけておきます。
ええ、事態が好転してくれるといいのですが。
そう期待しましょう。
はい。
Senpai smiling links arms with me.
駅まで送ってくださいます。
Aye.
はい。
あら、嫌ですの？
いや、ちょっと照れてるだけです。
Teru.
可愛らしいかける様。行きましょう。
Sasuke called her fucking creepy. Oh yeah, I can't. Every time every time Kozuka says Kakeru-sama, I just remember Sasuke saying, "You're fucking creepy."
かわ。
Damn, she called her fucking creepy, bruh. That's pretty. Alright. Arm in arm, we head out in the shrine. I don't disagree. If we use this ambrosia, it means we trust Iris. It also means we'll be betraying Sophie. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe Takamine was onto something when he gave me the codename Betrayer. I need to weigh my options carefully. I can't afford to make any more mistakes. We can't let there be any more victims. Go and meet up with everyone. When I get back to my room, I heave a tired sigh. I left them both sheds with Senpai. Sophie usually monitoring me, so it's not a good idea for me to hang on to it. That being said, shouldn't Sophie know that we're in touch with Iris by now? Maybe she won't even contact us if she think we're betrayed her. Just as I think that. Hey, Sophie.
Oh.
Sophie materializes above my table. I instantly on my guard.
いいかしら。
ああ。
またユーザーを見つけたみたいね。
ああ、先生のことか。
彼女、成瀬家の人間よね。
ああ。
そう。目はあの子を選んだのね。
Yeah, we can't lie to Sophie. She knows already.
世界の目は成瀬の人たちしか選ばないのか。
そうね。特殊なアーティファクトなのよ、あれは。どう？ちゃんと使いこなせてる？
いや、どうかな。ソフィーみたいに枝の観測？
そう。破損してしまった影響かしらね。
そういえば一部が俺の中にあるんだっけ？
それはあくまでも仮説。あなたの中にあるかもしれないし、ないかもしれない。どちらにせよ力を失ってはいないようね。不完全かもしれないけれど目は機能している。あの子が観測者として目覚めてくれれば私も楽になるけれど。
先生戸惑ってた。力もそうだしアーティファクトとかユーザーとか急に知ったから。
ま、期待せずに待つことにするわ。
Sophie lets out a small sigh. From the looks of it, she hasn't realized Iris is borrowing Miss Nadase's body from time to time. She probably thinks we only met to Miss Nadase's house to explain the situation to her. At the very least, it's clear that she didn't overhear our conversation. The question is, should I tell her about it? It's hard to be sure, but there is one thing I should confirm while she's here.
なあ、余一のこと伝えに来てくれたんだよな。
そうね。もっともまだ見つかっていないって報告だけだけれど。
聞きたいんだけど。
How do we stop him?
何？
アーティファクトの契約を解除する方法って殺す以外にあるんだよな。
もちろんあるわよ。
教えてくれないか。余一は殺したくない。っていうか真っ向から挑んだらこっちが殺される。
薬がある。それを使うのはあまり現実的とは言えないでしょうけど。
薬？
アンブロシアという霊薬があるの。魂を仮死状態にしてアーティファクトを騙す薬。
それもらえるか？
もともとそのつもりだけれど今は無理ね。
どうして？
手元にないのよ。急ピッチで作らせてはいるけれどあと半月はかかるわね。
半月結構かかるな。
私もそう思うけれど仕方がないわ。こんな事態想定してなかったんだもの。何も準備をしていなかった。とにかく出来上がれば渡すから、それまでおとなしくしていなさい。
Yeah, it's just like episode 2, right?
おとなしくって何もするなってことかよ。
そう。半月鍛えた程度じゃあなたたちはあの子に勝てないわよ。あら、もっと怒ると思ったのに。自覚があるのね。
ボロ負けしといて偉そうなこと言えないだろ。少年漫画みたいに修行すれば絶対強くなれる世界でもないし。
一応アドバイスしてあげるけれど、
あ
あ、アーティファクトの力を引き出す鍵は心、魂の強さ。心を強く持てばアーティファクトもそれに応える。
体じゃなくて心を鍛えろってことか。
そういうことね。ただ急激な成長は破滅を招く。あなたたちの後者を燃やしたあの子のようにね。だからおとなしくしていなさい。 焦りから生まれた強さはあなたの身を滅ぼす。
Oh
分か
man,
ったよ。
I kind of trust Sophie too.
素直でよろしい。もっともあなたのアーティファクトは戦うためのものじゃないし、心よりも体を鍛えてムキムキになった方が良さそうね。
それこそ半月じゃ無理だな。
I smile ruefully and smiles back, I think. Man, I trust Sophie too. It's hard. I think I'm gonna trust Sophie over Addis, honestly. Is she only showing concern for us as a way to gain our trust? Is she actually egging Yuichi from the shadows and pushing him to kill the people for their artifacts? I have no idea who I should believe.
修行なんかじゃなくてアンブロシアをどう服用させるか、その作戦を練るのがいいでしょうね。
だろうな。そうするよ。
Aren't you gonna give me a needle?
じゃあね。何か進展があったら報告するわ。
Alright, Sophie.
ああ、頼むよ。
Damn, Sophie's been with us for so long though. It's hard to like betray her. But this Kakeru doesn't remember anything. That's the thing. Well, we might know. Kakeru doesn't know anything. As soon as the words leave my mouth, the space around Sophie warps and she returns to her world. This conversation didn't do anything to ease my suspicions, but I'm pretty confident that brochure it has give us is the real deal now. The question is how we're going to get Yuichi drinking.
戦わずに飲ませるなんて無理じゃねえか。
Grimly to myself, I flop into my bed. For now, I can at least say that we made some progress. We can work on the plan tomorrow when we all meet up. Safely closes his eyes. What's this? 503. Alright. I think this is a good stopping point. Alright. We're gonna... I think he's gonna betray Sophie.
セーブします。セーブしました。
Because he already got what he needed. So... I can't see him waiting. Right? Kakeru is super impatient and kind of aggressive. Even though he's never been in a fight in his life, he's still aggressive. So I think he's gonna betray Sophie. But man, I kind of don't want to. If they give me a choice, I think I'm not gonna betray Sophie. I don't want to use the Ambrosia unless I got it from Sophie. I don't want to betray her. It's because I trust Sophie too much, right? And it's also because of her voice too, right? It's like Beatrice from R0. I don't want to betray her either. So, Addis, we just met her, but I really like her too because she's like Miss Nadise. But that doesn't scratch that we just met her too. So I can't really let my guard down on Addis, however you want to pronounce it. So I think I want to trust Sophie more just because she was there for us way longer and she did save us a lot. Especially if you experienced episode 1 and 2. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this session. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. It's been cool. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. We're gonna play more 9 next time. Alright, later. Bye.